Hi, this is Ray from Whitney Auto, and this is the 2006 Mazda 3 Trash to Treasure project we've been working on. In the first episode, we brought it home. Second episode, we've been doing engine mounts. Now, this is the third and last part of the second episode, where we'll be doing the bottom engine mount, or the torque mount. So stay tuned. Today on Ray's driveway, we're doing a torque mount. Now, as far as tools go, you're really only going to need two. I'm again going to be using my impact gun. If you don't have an impact gun or a compressor to use, you can get the job done perfectly fine with just wrenches and hand ratchets. It's just going to take a little bit longer. All we need is a 17 millimeter and a 14 millimeter. Doesn't necessarily have to be a swivel, but it does make the job a little bit easier. So in order to get access to the bottom or torque mount, that's going to be underneath the car. It's the only thing that you're not going to have to unbolt anything other than that splash shield. So again, here's a link to the video on how to remove the splash shield. Now once we get that splash shield off, you're going to see that this right here is our engine mount, and this is the bracket that comes with it. There's a bushing in here. Now I stuck a pry bar in here because this is generally how we're going to inspect it. It's to wiggle here and see how much play we have. We can stick it around here and see how much lateral movement we have, but what we're really checking to see is if this rubber mount in here is cracked at all. Now, like I said, this one's not in bad shape, but we're going to be replacing it anyway. Just like in the other two videos, we're going to support the engine, but this time we're not really supporting it to keep it from falling. We're supporting it to keep it from twisting. It'll keep our bolts easy to start and remove without damaging any threads on the way in or the way out. In order to do that, I'm just going to pick a spot underneath the car, generally towards the middle. And I'm just going to make contact with that engine. Oop. And that'll keep my engine from twisting out of place when I remove the mount. Okay, so now we're under the car, directly in the middle of the car, looking at the mount. If we look at it right here, you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 14 millimeter bolts on the the differential side of the transmission. And we have a 17 millimeter bolt here and a 17 millimeter bolt under here. Now, again, this is going to be kind of important in the order in which we do things to keep any damage from happening. So first thing I'm going to want to do is take out the 3 14 millimeter bolts. Alright, now you can see that the mount is loose. We're going to take out this 17 millimeter bolt down here on the bottom. And we're actually able to remove the mount in one piece. Okay, so I opted to take it out in one piece. If you don't want to take it out in one piece, you would loosen this bolt out and take it out first, and then this one. But just to line up the parts better and get a better idea of how they go, I want to take it out in one piece. So that's how we're going to be going. I'm going to take that bolt out right now. Slide that out. Now let's take a look at them before we put them together. As I said, a lot of times this will break around here. It's not broken at all on this mount. So this is still a pretty good mount. There is a few small stress cracks here, but nothing really bad that would make me say, oh, this mount needs to be replaced right now. Not like the mounts we've done prior in the other episodes. Here's our new mount. Looks exactly the same to me. Now here's the other part of it, is this is not just a bracket. This is actually has a bushing in it. You can see some more dry rot type cracks around this bushing as well. So we'll be putting the new setup in. To make the installation a little simpler, I'm going to head and pre-assemble this side here just by putting that bolt in. I'm not going to tighten it down. I'll just get it finger started so that it's ready to go in. We'll slide it in one piece. Alright, so now back under the car, I'm just going to slide this mount over into place. Hold that up. And we're going to get all 3 of these bolts started. I want to say it's most important to make sure we get these 3 bolts started first. because we don't want to strip out the transmission housing. If you stripped out this bolt, that's part of the mount, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But if you strip out the subframe, being this bolt here, or any of these, you're in for a load of trouble. Now, because we have our engine supported here, we probably won't need much adjusting here to get this bolt to line right up. And obviously we don't. Again, nothing is tight yet. We want to make sure we start all of our bolts before we tighten anything down. All right, now that we have our bolts started, first we're going to tighten up these three. Now again, if they're hard to go in, they don't want to go in, stop, something's not right, something's not lined up properly. They should go in pretty easily. Alright, perfect. Now the next one we're going to tighten would be the bolt down here on the bottom. That's going to go into the subframe. And the last bolt we're going to tighten would be the one through the middle of the mount. Now we're installed, we just need to remove the tension from the jack. Alright, so that's it for the bottom side engine mount, or the torque mount. This car now has 3 new mounts on it, as we did through episode 2 here, part 1, part 2, and part 3. We saw some issues we have with our throttle body and our intake, as well as what that means for the engine, so we'll be looking into that. Also noticed this car's got some pretty bad struts on that, so those will be coming up soon. So please like and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it greatly. Again, thanks for watching. This is Ray's Driveway.